Nico Iamaleava has his third start as the guy at Tennessee against NC State this Saturday. You say third start? Yes, he had a start in the bowl game against Iowa. Neither here nor there. What can we expect from him in this game? Because Chattanooga's one thing, but y'all, NC State is a whole different beast. So we'll unpack that right now. Two things, though. One, make sure you're subscribed to the On3 YouTube channel. You already knew that. Second thing, this show, The Hard Count, is brought to y'all by our friends over at Prize Picks. Prize Picks is daily fantasy made easy. It's helping us, and I say us like all of us together, you watching the show and yours truly, squeeze all of the juice out of college football season. I got some picks here for a lineup for you in just a second, but if you're keeping tabs on what's going on their NFL board right now, you got Caleb Williams at a half yard for his player projection, just giving away a free square. That's all month long during the month of September. So lock in there. Use code HARDCOUNT. When you play a $5 lineup, you get yourself $50 in promo funds. You don't have to win. Just a $5 lineup. Get yourself $50 in promo funds. Okay, so Nico Iamaleava against Chattanooga went for a smooth 313 yards and one half of football. Okay, is that good? Yeah, that's pretty solid. But in this game now, NC State, you just know what you're getting in a Dave Doeren defense. It doesn't matter the personnel. It doesn't matter who's back, who's left for the NFL. Like, they are going to be, from what I can understand, the same type of outfit every single year. They're going to be tough, going to be physical, going to be aggressive. Key word here as we unpack what we need from him in this game if you're a Tennessee fan. A lot of things to kind of take into account there. You know what NC State's going to be. So one thing that I think is worth noting when you unpack the film from the Western Carolina game for NC State, they really struggled defending the RPO. And that was something we broke down in our game prediction for the Tennessee-NC State game in itself. That's also on the channel. Go check that out. I think that is going to be a point of emphasis for Tennessee early on, and I think they'll test that. And so for Nico Iamaleava, what does that mean for him? It means two things. One, you have to be decisive, and two, you got to be cool under the pressure. Because in an RPO system, like, that decision happens in like half a second. Like, you have a good gauge pre-snap as to where you're going with the football, but you are making a decision on a dime. And making the right decision can be the difference between a touchdown and it can be the difference between a turnover. Like, it really is. The margins are so razor thin when things are happening in real time in that play. Now, for Tennessee, I think they're going to do a lot of that in space. I think you'll see a lot of Nico Iamaleava checking the perimeter for a little, bubble screen, a little hitch on the outside, whatever it looks like, getting the ball out quick to Dante Thornton or to Chris Brazzell or Squirrel White. And if he doesn't like the numbers, doesn't like the look, either pre-snap or during the snap, I think you'll see a lot of designed quarterback runs as the attached RPO for him, the R in the run pass option. The reason why I think that is NC State really, again, struggled to defend this kind of play last week. Western Carolina, their quarterback ran for 75 yards. Now, I don't want to say anything negative about the Western Carolina quarterback, but I don't think he's holding a candle athletically to how Nico can potentially hurt this team on the ground. So, in this game, I think there's, obviously we talked about the decisiveness. I think also the mobility is going to be a massive factor in this game. Because even when they're not in the RPO kind of setting for Tennessee's offense, they're still going to, I think, try to heat Nico up. I know I would do that if it was a first-year starting quarterback playing in the biggest game of his career to this point. What Nico does when the play breaks down may very well determine the outcome of this game. And that sounds kind of hyperbolic, but I truly mean, like we said it during our prediction video, when he breaks contain and he gets out of the pocket, there is going to be a temptation for him to try to make the big play, to try to push the ball downfield. And at the high school level, you can do that pretty effectively, especially when you have all the God-given gifts that he has. But at the collegiate game, the pass that was open downfield is no longer open downfield like it was in high school. So what I'm trying to say here is, as special as he is, and as special as he's going to be throughout the course of the season in this game, I would love to see Nico make the safe decision. The safe decision for him, honestly, could be him tucking it and running for 10, 15 yards. If the safe decision is 10, 15 yards, it's not a bad way to get down. So on top of all those things within the gameplay, this is going to be a really great progress check for Nico and the Tennessee offense because, like, let's face it, Tennessee, the roster in itself, I believe, puts them somewhere in the top 15. But if Nico Iamaleava ends up being who a lot of Tennessee fans believe he can be and who he showed he's potentially going to be in that Chattanooga game, they're going to be a college football playoff team. And so in this game now, NC State may not be the toughest team they have on their schedule, but the fact that you got to play in week 2 when you're still trying to get your offense up and running totally how you want it to. And now, to be fair, it looked pretty good against Chattanooga, all right? Scoring over 60 points, looks like they're up and running just fine. But this will be the greatest talent test for this new version of Tennessee's offense under Nico Iamaleava. So the Prize Picks plays that I like within this game. The pass yards total for Nico is projected at 258.5. It's hard to take the less on that when he threw for over 300 in the first half. Again, I know it's Chattanooga, but I'll take the more there in large part because I think Josh Heupel's offense is going to isolate a lot of matchups on the perimeter as we've known them to do. I think Tennessee's weapons are too good. They're going to win their one-on-one coverage, and I think Nico's going to surpass that number. So we like the more in his pass yards. I haven't found a rushing yard total for him just yet. I would keep an eye on that. But his rushing/receiving touchdowns total is at half a touchdown. Now, I don't think he's catching a touchdown, but I would not be surprised in the slightest if he were to have a rushing touchdown in this game. So go ahead and take the more on the half rushing touchdown there. So what I would do is I would take one of those squares, and again, I would pair it with the free Caleb Williams square of half a passing yard. Again, that's all month of September. He gets a half pass yard. He's going to get a half pass yard if he's playing a football game. And that will hit, again, free square. Using code HARDCOUNT, $5 lineup gets you $50 in promo funds. So Nico Iamaleava, great expectations. That's what comes with being the number 1 player in the class of 2023. I cannot wait to watch him in this game. Big spot, big setting, great opponent. If you want to be a college football playoff team in this game, you got to go prove it. So I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure you are subscribed right here. Again, we appreciate Prize Picks helping all of us maximize this college football season. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Going to keep this party rolling. And we will see y'all next time. Hey, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. Subscribe to the channel here to make sure you don't miss an episode of The Hard Count. Also, be sure to check out other videos on the On3 YouTube channel.